Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a magnetic excursion update Friday, November 21st, 10:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 2025. The deepest snow in decades hits Wales, and well, we've got some huge snow totals on the models. Buckle up, Buttercup, and keep calm. It's boom time. Torrential rains return to Southern California, prompting flash flood warnings before moving east. Take a look at this flood here. A local pond overflows into residential neighborhoods in Huntington Beach, California. And the good news is, well, the drought map is, well, there is no drought in most of California. California's reservoirs surge after back-to-back storms, and we didn't really see any catastrophic mudslides in the burn scar areas. That's good. Here is the U.S. Drought Monitor for yesterday, and you can see California used to be an extreme drought, and the entire state is in the white for most of it. Just a little bit of drought in the southern portion there, but nothing significant, as the drought map across the U.S. is slowly, well, succumbing to the rain. Polar vortex much? Well, it's coming soon, the first week of December. Much colder temperatures on the way after Thanksgiving. Quick look at Tornado HQ shows where the precipitation is currently sitting. Southern Cali moving into southern Arizona and most of the east. No severe weather warnings at all. Good news there. And now the full forecast. We've got widespread rain from Texas to the central Appalachians, heavy to excessive rainfall in Southern California and the Southwest. Good news there. Scattered thunderstorms and widespread showers are expected from Texas coast to the central Appalachians today. Heavy to excessive rainfall will continue in Southern California into the desert Southwest through Saturday. And by Sunday, we've got major snow totals here in the high elevations. Heavy rain will pose a risk of flash flooding, especially across burn scars and urbanized regions. So heed the warnings. And a quick look at the GFS model and the snow. Ho, ho, ho. And we'll walk it through. Here we got Friday, November 20. Here is the weekend. Here is Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday. You can see the snow moving in Sunday into the Four Corners region, bringing much needed snow to the high elevations for us. Epic snow for British Columbia and Alberta. And let's move it through the week. Here is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. A storm is going to make its way across the U.S. North Dakota will be the biggest hit. Into Thursday is going to move over Wisconsin into Mich by Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Another system moving in here. And wow, heavy totals in the Four Corners region here by next weekend. And it just continues. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Take a look at all this snow in the first week of December. We could be picking up 4 to 6 feet in the South San Juans. And well, northern Maine, it's insane, could be picking up 22 inches. Absolutely insane. Shut up, Al. Get in your hole. Al Gore is not happy with that forecast. Well, and he won't be happy with this one either. The deepest snow in decades hits Wales. Fennoscandia plunged into deep winter. Holy macaroni. The deepest snow in decades hits Wales. This is the UK. Parts of the UK, most notably Wales, have been buried under a rare November snowstorm, cutting power to homes and closing dozens of schools as depths climb to levels never seen in at least 2 decades. The likes of Pembrokeshire, Credion, and Carmarthenshire were under a snow warning as Met Office forecast 4 inches for some spots. In reality, though, totals pushed far beyond that, with Pembrokeshire, Conchilier, and Chonris reporting 10 inches, calling it very, very deep snow. I can assure you 10 inches is not deep snow. We've gotten over 3 feet in just a 24-hour period here in my driveway. So, buckle up, Buttercup. The snowflakes are complaining. Calling it very, very deep snow, the heaviest in its 20 years living there. So apparently it's deep for them. Across the Presiel Hills, power flickered. Thunderstorms clapped, trees snapped under the weight, and rail service was halted after fallen trees blocked the lines. Roads across North Pembrokeshire became impassable. Scotland and northern England have also been hit, with deep snow burying the North York moors on Thursday. Seismic update. No real quakes of note. Low-level activity worldwide. A satellite image shows a volcano awoken from a 400-year slumber. And this could be none other than Krasheninnikov, which was kick-started after it was a dormant volcano, but after the 8.8 magnitude in the Kamchatka, Krasheninnikov has come back to life. A volcanic plume billows from one of Krasheninnikov's craters and drifts to the northwest. This eruption has lofted plumes several kilometers. Take a look at all this new lava right there from this dormant so-called volcano. Bringing us to worldwide volcano news. First on the list today, Ibu, continuing eruption. Great Sitkin, also continuing an eruption there. Continuing eruption at Fuego. Continuing eruption at Dukono. Very weird list today. Continuing eruption at Bezamiani. Continuing eruption at Araya. Semedu, who knew, now you do. Blasting today to an undetermined height. Fuego to 15,000 feet. Reventador to 17,000 feet. Ibu, an eruption was reported. 14,000-foot blast at Santiaguito. Sangay to 22,000 feet today. And White Island, continuous low-level eruption continuing there. Krasheninnikov, puffing and passing. Semeru, who knew, now you do. An eruption was reported. 15,000-foot blast at Fuego today. Possible volcanic ash at Reventador. An eruption reported at Ibu. Possible volcanic 14,000-foot to Santiaguito. Wrapping up worldwide volcano news. As we head on over to space weather, flaring is very low, B level. We do have some active regions. Let's take a look at the latest. I don't know if that's the latest. I think I clicked the wrong click there. Here is the latest HMI intensity. Well, that is no good. So let's go back to one we looked at. We can see a new active region 4288 could be a flaring potential, and 4290. So those are heading around the limb, and maybe we could be seeing some flaring soon. But the biggest geo-effective feature on the sun is coronal hole 98, which is equatorial. And in 2 days, this will be facing Earth. And in 4 days, we will be experiencing the coronal hole stream from this, which could bring us up to G1 geomagnetic storm, in my opinion. So stay tuned for more updates. Comet C 2025 K1 Atlas. This is not the 3-eye atlas that has been talked about, but another interstellar potential candidate here. It's split into 3 pieces after a close brush with the sun. We showed you some of the images about a week ago, but we'll show you some more in case you missed it. Here we are looking at it in the 1.82 meter Copernicus telescope, and you can clearly see 2 pieces there. But when we come look over here at the Gianluca Masti of the Virtual Telescope Project image, you're going to see something much different. You're going to see at least 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 pieces, as this comet has been ripped apart, and well, it is clearly electric. Tomorrow on our radio show, Lee and I will be talking about a hypothesis going around the interwebs, which is completely insane. It's gobbledygook. It's garbage. There is no evidence that this has ever occurred, and they're claiming it occurs every 6,000 years. The exothermic core mantle decoupling. Yes, this has to do with Ben Davidson's expose and his new theory. Lee and I think, will prove to you that Ben Davidson is a liar, and he's just making this all up for clicks and money. And, well, we'll get to the bottom of it using scientific analysis and the fact that there is no evidence that this has ever occurred. It's that simple. Exothermic core mantle decoupling is a theory, but it is not supported by any evidence, which means it's a very bad theory. A good theory is you get Starlink and get the fastest high-speed internet on the planet. Elon Musk continues to bombard space with more and more Starlink arrays. That means you get the fastest high-speed internet, and it's not coupled with the grid. It's up in space. So if you have a backup generator and the grid goes down, you still have internet. This is the best prepper tool you could ever buy, in my opinion, ever. Even above food, because you can always go hunt and fish. But if you want connected to the world during a major event, you need to be looking to space. Starlink for homes used to be over $500 just to buy the kit. That doesn't include the monthly payments of $120, but now Starlink is down to $80 a month for residential light and no upfront hardware costs. The entire Starlink is free. You don't have to pay $560, which I paid. It's free with free professional setup. It'll never get this cheap. So if you want to get the fastest high-speed internet and you want to get into Starlink, do it now. Do a dab. And that's a boom to knowledge. Hit the thumbs up, share this video. We would appreciate if everyone unsubscribe would subscribe tonight. We're trying to get to 100,000 subs, and we need your help. We love each and every one of you. Be safe. And that is a Friday night boom.